Well, did you know that your decorating style could help make your kids sleep better or make you more successful?
We're talking about feng shui, the ancient art of placement that could make a difference in your home.
This morning, David Daniel Kennedy is the author of Feng Shui for Dummies. He joins us in studio with more on this unusual style of decorating. And welcome back. We had you on a few months ago.
Thank you.
The book's doing pretty well. I would imagine this is becoming a very popular thing.
Very much so.
You know, I'm actually reading it in the Good Day Cookbook. They have shots of us all in our homes doing things.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm sitting there reading the Feng Shui for Dummies cookbook. You know, I'm fascinated by this whole concept, really. And you say it's 5,000 years old?
Yes, and actually it goes even back further than that,
Really?
because we found that some of the caves that people chose back when there was Neanderthals were based on Feng Shui principles. So we're not sure even how far back it goes. It's very ancient.
Man, and it's based on an energy flow idea, right?
Right. Everything in the environment is affecting us. The colors, the placement of objects, even the arrangement of the rooms all contribute to better flow in us and therefore better health and even income.
Do different people have different Feng Shui styles? Like, for example, would the room that you would set up for me be the same for, say, Marianne, or it depends on the personality?
Well, some general principles could be the same, and then depending on what you want to emphasize in your life, we can make some other adjustments too.
Really? Wow. You can improve, it says here, anything money, love, health, whatever it is you're looking for. And it says the key is the door, the bed, and the stove. Why are those things the key?
Well, I call those the three life pillars because those are the most foundational and important things. The front door is the main place where the energy enters the home, and also what we lock last at night and we think about for our safety and protection. So that's a very important place. The bed is where we get restoration every night, and also the relationship is centered there. And then the stove is where we create the food and the health, and also has a very interesting link to the money as well.
Really? Why?
Well, there's a lot of deep psychological connections between our food and our money. You know, sometimes talk about money being bread and things like that.
Right.
And so how that food is created has an impact on the wealth situation in the household.
So the placement of those three things is key. For
That's
instance,
right.
like the door, is it true that you don't want the front door when you open it up having windows straight ahead? Like I do in my house, for instance.
Well, it's worse if there's a door straight ahead where you can
door-
just walk straight out. A window's not as bad.
Okay. I come in through the garage door, actually, not the front door so much. So that really is where I come and go. Would that make a difference at all, or not so
Well,
much?
we still look at the main front door as being number one, but also what you see first when you walk in the garage also has an impact on your psychology.
Interesting. What do I see? I don't know. The
Yoda?
master bathroom.
Yoda playing with a ball of yarn.
Let me see my cat coming out first.
Oh, David's got some terrific tips for you folks who are interested in kind of, you know, just the basics of Feng Shui, right? One is, I like this one, you know me, Mr. Neatnik. Clear the clutter for more energy.
Right.
Exactly. If we have too much stuff moving around, it's difficult for energy to flow and even to feel organized and settled in our life. So it's a very easy and quick thing that you can do.
I feel better when the house is clean anyway,
Yeah,
and things are
exactly.
where they're supposed to be.
Sure.
Yeah. Plants add liveliness. I love a good house plant, and I have several in my home.
Oh, definitely. The energy of green and living things simply makes us feel better psychologically and physically.
All right.
Create a strong bed position. Exactly what you mean by that. I know you said the bed was one of the keys to the whole concept.
I recommend what's called the commanding position, which means that you're more in charge of life and you feel better. That means you're furthest from the door in the bedroom, which is generally cat-corner to the door. And then from the bed, you can clearly see the door. And that way you have the widest scope of vision in the room. You feel more in charge, and if anything bad were to happen, you'd have more time to react. So while you're sleeping, your subconscious mind gets more rest. So every day you feel stronger.
Interesting.
Did you have the bed back up against the wall or in a corner?
Well, it can be on a corner as long as it's pushed up to both walls.
Okay.
Or it can be against the solid wall, and that's also, both of those are good.
Wow. And this one is one of Nick's favorites. Activate the entrance with a chime.
You know how I love those chimes, Marianne, especially at 2 a.m.
A good wind chime blowing in the
Wind
breeze
blows, brother.
really gets him going. Do you mean a chime like when the door opens, you hear a chime?
Oh, that's one
do you
way
mean
to
a wind
do it.
chime?
Well, a wind chime right outside the door can both symbolically protect you, okay, and it can also help to bring in more energy. That sound activating the entrance can help with the career and the income.
Wow. What do you think is there one big mistake that people make when they're arranging their homes, you think, or not really? Is it really just a case-by-case basis with
Well, I
feng
think
shui?
that a lot of people have bed positions that could be improved, and that's definitely one area that's absolutely primal. So, for instance, if the bed is set up so that when you walk in the door of the room, you'd walk right into the bed, then the path of the bed flows across the bed, and whatever area of the body it's flowing across, you could have problems in that area.
Wow. Gosh, it's a very complicated but fascinating
Very
topic.
interesting, and stick around. We are going to have our expert David Daniel Kennedy, author of Feng Shui for Dummies, to answer your questions
About feng shui. And Patty from Sacramento is on the line, and we have a diagram of Patty's house to show you. Hi, Patty, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Welcome to Good Day Sacramento. And what is it you're concerned about in your life that you want to change or improve?
Actually, not a whole lot right now. Everything's going fabulous, but I was just really curious about, the house. If there is anything I can do better. The one thing the only room I was thinking of changing was my master bedroom. So I didn't know if maybe he could tell me if that would help
Okay.
or
start
or
with the
not.
master bedroom. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and that's for the people watching the screen there. That's the upper right, not the top box, but the right box there.
Right.
See the
And
bed? Okay.
the only thing I did wrong was the door opens the other direction.
Okay.
So, and I was thinking of putting the bed over by the dresser.
I actually recommend that you switch the bed and the dresser.
Okay, that was what I was thinking of doing, but and there's only one other piece of furniture over there by the window. I could move that too, but with the door opening the other direction and the bed there with the headboard up by the dresser there, that's what I mean. It was just an idea I had a while back just to change my room around. I get bored with it. But
What would that do for her?
Well, right now her bed is right near the entrance of the room, so she's more likely to be disturbed and not feels in charge of her life. It's also hard to keep a relationship. Someone comes in, they're going to leave right away because they're right near the door. So if she puts the bed further away from the door, not right up to the window, but as far as you can, practically get it away from the door, then you have that feeling of being more in charge and strengthened in your life.
And then putting the dresser at the other, basically at the other wall or at the other end of the room.
That's a simple,
Exactly.
relatively simple change, too, it seems like.
Yeah.
And big benefits, too.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Patty.
Good luck with that, Patty. Colleen, are you there?
Yes,
Hi. Hey, good morning. Thanks for watching the show.
thanks. How are you?
Good.
What's your question?
I was just curious if the way I have my furniture set up, I have room in my family room to add our pool table to kind of incorporate the family being there.
Okay.
Is that something you can do?
We have and this is Colleen's. We don't have it to show you on the screen, but what do you think?
Well, certainly, pool table is a fine family activity. Based on the size of your room, I think that it would probably dominate the room, and I would probably recommend against it. I think it'd be very crowded in there, and unless you want to move most of the rest of all the furniture out and make it into a pool room, it's probably going to maybe be a little bit less family togetherness unless you guys are very much into really shooting pool a lot.
Are you?
Well, my husband does it a lot, but I figured that me and the kids could join him more if it was inside the family room. It's a lot bigger than it looks on the diagram.
Okay, well, as long as you can set up a sitting area, one or two of those, and then there's a place for the pool table, then you're fine.
Okay, great.
All right,
Thank you.
Colleen, thanks. Rhonda's on the phone from Sassoon City. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, we have your diagram here, too. What's your question? What do you want to work on?
My question would be to find where my career, wealth, and marriage corners of my home so that I can improve anything that's needed. Because those are the areas right now that are being affected in my life.
When you walk in your house, is the front door in the center of the wall?
Front door in the center. Yes.
Okay, so right when you walk in your front door, what you see around you right there, that's the career area.
Okay, my living room.
Okay, so it's right, your front door is in the career area and the things that are around that. And then in the far back left of your house, that's the wealth area.
Okay. So
And
that
then,
would be my kitchen.
Okay,
Okay.
that's correct. And then in the far back right of your house, orienting from the front door, that is the marriage and relationship area.
Okay.
So you can go and check those areas out, and if they're cluttered or if they need more life energy, you can adjust accordingly and then watch your life improve.
Oh, okay. Could you suggest any things that I need to improve? I know my family room is very small, and it's kind of cluttered because of the furniture that is in my family room. We may have too much furniture.
Is that the one in the marriage area?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe if you take a piece or two out, that would be helpful. And also, you could put some plants in and create more life in your marriage.
Okay. All right.
Some good ideas. Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you.
Rhonda, good
Thank
luck.
you.
Mary Ellen now is on the phone. Hi, Mary Ellen.
Hello.
Hello. What's your question?
I've heard that if you leave your toilet seat and lid up, you lose energy through the toilet. Is that correct?
Depends on what you're calling energy, frankly.
Well, energy that flows through your home.
You're losing some things you don't need, but you might be losing some things you want to keep. The Oriental concept is that everything that flows is energy. So the air is flowing around and also the water. And so water represents money. So too much flushing down of the water can mean loss of money. So we have to have bathrooms in our house, so what can we do? We recommend that you keep the toilet lid down when you're not using it, and also the bathroom door closed when not in service.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Now,
Well, I heard that, and I thought it was kind of ridiculous. I started laughing. I mean, but
Yeah.
when I saw you on, I thought, I'm going to call and find out if it's real.
well, it really works. It seems kind of strange at first, but it's very effective. And if you want to take it a further step, you can put a full-length mirror on the outside of that bathroom door, and that can doubly help ensure that you keep the funds within the household rather than spending too much.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Boy,
great.
Wives everywhere now have a great excuse to tell their husbands to put the toilet lid down.
Yeah, exactly.
And mirror companies are cheering all over the
mirror
Sacramento area.
companies.
My wife needed no excuse.
Yeah, exactly. Michelle has a question for you. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Marianne. I have a question for David Daniel. My bathroom is in the west corner of my house, and I do try to keep the toilet lid down, but I can't keep the door closed to the, well, I guess I could when I'm not using it, but I can't put a mirror on the outside because it's a pocket door. Any other suggestions for cures?
Sure. Definitely keeping the pocket door closed would be very helpful. Even if it's extra effort, it can still mean more money in your pocket. Now, the mirror is very difficult to put on those pockets, so what you can do is you can hang a wind chime inside the house, right outside that bathroom door.
Oh,
The sound of the chime will symbolically disperse the energy back into the house so it doesn't flow into that bathroom and create monetary loss.
Hey, Michelle, are you mowing your yard, as you call us? What's going on there?
no, I have my assistants doing that.
She got her peeps to do
Maybe
it.
someone's giving you a
So running a
haircut.
leaf blower.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Thanks,
But
Michelle.
thank
Good
you
luck.
very
Well,
much.
you know,
Thanks.
the thing about this is that it's just mainly real simple ideas. You don't have to start knocking down walls generally and revamping
Try
your
moving
whole
stuff
house.
around, because what's it going to hurt, you know?
Exactly. There's no need for major surgery when you can try a few things and then really see some great
Yeah.
benefits.
Did you have a question, Mark?
What's the constantly turning Dharma wheel blessing? How would I perform that, and what's it going to do for me?
Well, that's one you really need, by the way.
Oh, for
That
more,
sounds like
Is it
for
an odor
more,
removal?
for more terrific advice, here's a phone number for David Daniel Kennedy. It's a 188 number, which means it's free of charge. That's always good. 470-2727.
I want to know, though, the Dharma wheel blessing.
That's a visualization where you move through the house visualizing different colors of light, and they all go through and bless the house like a rainbow.
And the
Okay.
end result,
All right.
peace
End
and harmony.
result, more harmony, feeling more clear, better health.
And we also have a website, too, for you. We're linking up David's website to ours, upn31.com. Log on there and find out more.